Fall Fun Fact.
Did you know that the first basketball goals were bushel baskets? Well, now you know.
It's draw time with Mr. Mayberry. Time to draw.
Hi, I'm Mr. Mayberry. Welcome to Draw Time with Mr. Mayberry, Falltime Edition. It's basketball week on Draw Time, so we're drawing things that have to do with basketball. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a basketball goal. So let's get started. It's time to draw. Okay, for this drawing we're going to start in the middle of the page with the hoop. And I'm going to make a long curve down. It doesn't curve down very far, but kind of round it on the edge and then make a curve up. Okay, and this is the basic shape for our hoop. We're looking at it not exactly straight on. We're above it a little bit so we can see inside. Alright, so that's the beginning. Now make sure when you start to draw, you draw lightly, because as we go we may want to change some things, and it's a lot easier to erase if it's drawn lightly. Okay, so that's the outside of the hoop, and then we're going to draw the inside. We're going to start with the front, and you make a little bit of thickness here and then go all the way across, same curve. That's for the bottom. And then for the top, we're letting the bottom overlap the top a bit, so we're going to start here and then curve back, follow along the curve on the top. About the same thickness as what you have in the front. So where the front goes back towards the back, it overlaps just a little bit. And getting that to look right is probably the hardest part of the whole drawing. But once you get that in place, then we can go on and do the rest. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the net. I'm going to start on the left side, come in from the outside just a little, and we're going to make a line that curves in a little and then goes down. Now we're drawing the net, but it's not going to be as detailed as the real thing. It's going to give us the impression of a net without having it exactly like you'd see, because there are hooks around the edge, and the net hooks onto those, and that's how it's attached all the way around. But we're going to leave the hooks off. We're just going to draw the lines for the net. I'm going to go on the right side about the same distance in as I did on the left, and curve in and down. You want to make, again, these lines light because there's some things that might change about those. Okay, next for the design of the netting, I'm going to start over here on the left edge, and I'm going to start with the line of the side here and curve in and slant down and across. And then I'm going to end down here before I get to the right edge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw another line that's parallel to that one. It makes the same, travels the same type of path, and then it's going to end up in line with this right side here. Good, so it's going to look like a big stripe across here. Then I'll make a few more. One up here. Another one. This is the start of one. And then I go down on the other side of this line and do the same thing. And we'll put this one and make it end right about there. Okay, now we're going to make lines going across the other way, so that makes it look like a net, maybe like a fishing net. So I'm going to start here at this corner, and I'm going to curve down a little and slant up towards this right side, and then it's going to curve over to the right and connect right underneath where the rim is right here in the right side on this net. Connect right there. Okay, now we're going to fill in the rest of the net here on the front by doing the same thing we did. So instead of slanting from upper left to bottom right, we're going from bottom left to upper right. So same kind of spacing. And this line runs parallel to that line that we drew there. This one we're going to start at the bottom, connect with that part there, and follow around. Same here, we're going to connect at the bottom, follow over, and then one more here. And let's do one more, just a little bit showing right here. Okay, so this is our basic netting design in the front. Then we're going to also make it look like, being three-dimensional, that you can see some of the netting through this that's in the back. It's going to be a little bit lighter because it's farther away from us, and we want to give that illusion of depth. So we're going to make it look like it's lighter. So I'm going to put just a light line. We'll start with these two, between these two. It's very light, and it's going to end a little higher than what this one did. So right up about here. And I'll put one in the middle of all of these is what I'm going to do. Again, it should end higher because it's further back. The bottom's further back away from us. Just like on the rim, we have one edge that's out lower and closer to us and one edge that's higher and it looks farther away. In fact, let's go ahead and continue these light lines so they attach to that top one in the back. There should be one more here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. Let's start at the bottom so that we can connect with the bottom edge here. I'm going to go in between the ones that are slanting from bottom left to upper right. I'm going to make a light line there also. And we continue those up here at the top. Okay, like that. Alright, so there's the goal and the net. And next we do the backboard. And for this I'm going to use a straight edge. And first we have what's called the shooter square. It's going to go right above the goal here on the back, and it's as wide as, or pretty close to wide as the rim. So I can make two little vertical lines to kind of give an idea of where the side should be. And then we'll line up my ruler, and we want to keep it parallel with the edge of the goal. So I'm going to slide up here right to the edge and draw a light line that goes across. Use a straight edge. Okay, and then I can go straight up and down. I'll go from the edge of the paper over and make a line that goes up on either side. Let's go in straight edge from here. Okay, and being a rectangle, it's going to be wider than it is tall. So let's go about right here. And you could measure this all out. Right now I'm just kind of looking at it and trying to draw what I think looks right for the size in the rectangle. So that's the outside edge. And then I'm going to use the straight edge and draw a line around the inside. And try to get it about the same width all the way around. And I'm lining up with the outside edge so that it looks that their lines are parallel with the outside edge. One way is to line it up with the line and then scoot it over until it's the right width. One more at the bottom. One thing I was doing here was to round the edges, which you can do that, or you could just leave them straight, sharp edges if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and round mine, round the corners. Okay. And then next we're going to draw the outside of the backboard. And it's going to be another rectangle. So you're going to pretty well keep the same shape that we have here, just make it larger. Okay, if you'd like to personalize this, you could add your own logo or your favorite team logo in the bottom right. Alright, go ahead and clean up your drawing. Add color if you like. And this is our drawing for today, a basketball goal. Now that you know how to draw a basketball goal, make it your goal to practice, practice, practice your drawing skills. Thanks for taking time to draw with me. I hope you'll come back again. Remember, if you want to be a good artist, do a little drawing every day.
That's beautiful.
Around here we call that bringing in the harvest.